Hola, estudiantes. Bienvenidos a clase de español. It is time for la comida parte tres. So far in our other lessons, we've gone over desayuno, which is breakfast, and learned words like huevos or cereal or tocino. Then we learned our almuerzo words like sandwich, ensalada, sopa. Now it is for la comida parte tres. And parte tres is la cena. It is dinner time. So for today's lesson, we are going to be going over these new words and you're going to want to take notes. So make sure you have un lápiz y papel and get ready to copy down your vocab list. If you need to pause this video to go get those things, go ahead and do that now. At the top of your paper, you want to write cena, like on the screen here, and you want to underline it. Cena is dinner. Our first dinner word is pollo. Pollo is chicken. Go ahead and write pollo, and then you can write equals chicken on your paper. Pollo is a word that has doble L, two L's. Remember, the two L's in Spanish make a y sound, so it is pollo. Pollo. Tengo una pregunta. ¿Cuál prefieres? ¿Pollo frito de KFC o pollo frito de Lee's? All right. La próxima palabra es pescado. Pescado, fish. If at any moment I'm going too rápido, you can always pause this video and you can go back. Pescado is fish. Now, you might be thinking, I thought pez was fish. Pez, which is P-E-Z, is the Spanish word for fish if you're talking about an alive fish, like a pez in the océano or una mascota pez. But when you are going to be talking about the food fish, you will have to say pescado. But this is not too tricky because at the beginning of the word you have P-E-S, which makes a similar sound to the P-E-Z, pescado. Pescado. A mí no me gusta comer pescado. ¿Te gusta comer pescado? All right, our next one is jamón. Jamón is ham. Now, jamón starts with a J. We know that J makes a H sound in Spanish, so it's almost like it starts off with the word ham, J-A-M, but we pronounce it ham, jamón, jamón. And don't forget to include the accent line over the O, jamón. All right, a mí me gusta mucho comer jamón. The next we have carne. Carne is steak. It can also simply mean meat. It depends on the context, whether you're going to be talking about steak or just the generic term for meat. Now, look at the way carne is spelled, even the way it sounds. It reminds me of a word that can kind of serve as a hint to remember what this means. If you're thinking carnivore, that's what I'm thinking. A carnivore is an animal that eats meat, and the beginning of carnivore is kind of like carne, right? Carnivore, carne. Here's another hint that can help us remember this. This one I didn't come up with. Some students came up with this, but they saw the word car at the beginning of carne, And imagine a car that's going rapido, rapido, and it hits an animal. It becomes dead meat, carne. All right, so let's continue on to our next word. Our next word is arroz. Arroz is rice. Go ahead and write arroz, rice. Now, I've pointed out that arroz has two R's in it, and the R's can remind us of rice. But I think my students came up with a better way to remember this. Arroz kind of sounds like arrows, and arrows or rice are long and thin like arrows. Arroz, arrows. Next, we have frijoles. Frijoles are beans. This is going to be the trickiest word we're going to have on this list. Frijoles. I also think it's the longest one. Frijoles has the J in it that makes the H sound. Frijoles. I didn't have any way to help us remember this, but a student of mine came up with this. At the beginning, we have free, which is like free, like not paying for something, free. And joles, you can kind of hear the word whole. So you have frijoles. And the student says, if you plant the beans or seeds, then you can grow your own frijoles. So if you plant them in the holes, they are frijoles. It's kind of a stretch, but it can help us remember. All right, let's see what else we have. Verduras. Verduras. Verduras is just the word for vegetables. Or you could just write veggies. Verduras. Now, I think there is a hint in this word verduras that can help us remember what it means. Think about the color of many of verduras in Spanish. Many verduras are verde. Verde is green, and verde starts out like verduras. V-E-R-D. Verduras, verde. All right. And I believe this is our last one, maíz. Now, when you're copying this down, that is not a normal I there. That is an I with an accent mark, a line over it. And maíz is obviously corn. How can we remember that maíz is corn? A lot of students point out that maíz looks like maize, and they think of a corn maze. So that is one way we can remember that maíz is corn. All right, that completes your list. So let's go back to the beginning and let's go through them one more time. I will say the word and you will repeat it. Here we go. Say cena, pollo, pescado, jamón, carne, arroz, frijoles, verduras, maíz. That is it for this video. You have your vocab list now. And what you're going to do with this vocab list, if you're one of my students, you are going to open up the Google form and Google Classroom that goes along with this lesson. And with your vocab list at your side, you have a few quick and simple questions to answer. In our next lesson, we'll continue with some more practice with our Cena words. But until then, adios!